time. And I think a lot of you might relate to this, but pre-kids, you seem to have a lot of it. And time wasn't an issue. Like I said, you'd sleep in, you'd just do things as you wanted to do things. You might have a lazy day. You train when you wanted to train. And then when kids come along, all of a sudden, time seems to fly. The kids, week after week, seem to grow super quick, and all of a sudden you feel pressed for time. Like there's no time in the mornings to do certain things that you used to do. You can't train at the times you wanted to train. And so for me, prioritizing my time and getting a structure in place so that I could still train consistently, still focus and have my nutrition dialed in, depending on whether I'm gaining or cutting, just the time for myself and time for my relationship. That was a huge shock for me. All of a sudden, the time that it took away from the relationship, when you used to have a lot of one-on-one time with your partner, to all of a sudden, that time is limited and you've got to make that time. It's tough. It can be really, really tough, and there's a lot of pressure. So time's been a huge learning curve for me, and like I said, that the routines that I've put in place to help me mitigate that time and make the best use of my time as possible have been super, super important. So I would say, ask yourself the question, like, how do you prioritize your time? What is your partner's perspective on where you use your time or where you prioritize your time? And that's probably a good indication of whether you're making good use of it, to be honest. Sometimes you need that, someone looking from the outside in to say, hey, this isn't working.